Hi, how are you doing? I am sending my regards with my buddy Joe English, and we're going to a lot today um, for answering some ACT real exams, previous exams from the English section. Okay, so without further ado, let's be doing our uh, practice. So let's go and share this previous test with the viewers. All right. So this is one passage from a previous test. Okay. Let's have a look and do it together. So 61. The saying has been used for generations to declare it's the genuine oracle. What was that? If we read a little bit before this, what's saying it is a real McCoy, you might have heard this expression before. Okay, it is a real McCoy. So we will learn about that expression. But here, what we care about is 61. Should we say to declare it's or it is the or to declare it's as a is it a subject and a verb like it is, or is it a possessive? Okay, a. Should it be a, no change? Or what should we say for that? If we read, yeah, okay, that it's or that something is, okay. So if we read from the beginning of the sentence, the saying has been used for generations to declare it is something that is B, no. It's apostrophe A, no. To declare C that something is the genuine oracle, I think that makes sense. The last one, that it's the genuine, we can say that. So the best answer is C. We say it is the real McCoy to declare that something is a genuine oracle or the genuine thing. That makes sense. Okay, if we move to 62, believe that expression was inspired by the inventions of a Canadian American engineer named Elijah McCoy. Okay, so American engineer named, or should we say F, no change. Let's just read them, all of them again. Canadian American engineer, okay, or American engineer named, okay. So no change, or American engineer named, or American comma engineer named comma American comma engineered. Okay. So what we should do is know that if we don't need a comma, we should not need a comma. So this part asks us about punctuation. Since there's no need for a comma, don't bother to put a comma in there. So I think the best answer is G. Get rid of all the commas. A Canadian American engineer named Elijah McCoy. Makes perfect sense. Why should I need a comma here? So the best answer is G. Let's move to 63. Okay. It reads, revolutionized railroad and factory operations, affecting both incredibly with his dozens of patented products. Okay, so what is the best answer for 63? Okay, operations affecting both incredibly with this, or should we say operations changing both of these industries as in B, or should we leave it as it is as in A? Operation, so and so. So the main thing he's talking about here is factory operations, all right, with his dozens of patented products. So I think operations is what is being meant here. We should not need any more details or make the phrase any more lengthier. Remember, on the ACT, go for the shortest answer. So D is the best answer here. We don't need to get any more details like saying affecting both incredibly or anything like that, because revolutionized has this in its meaning. We don't need extra, uh, wordiness is not required here. How about 64? If we have a look at 64, while working for the Michigan Central Railroad in the 1870s, then McCoy was assigned to work on the wheel. Should we choose F, no change, or with that company, McCoy was assigned, or during this time? Um, how about delete the underlined portion? If we read it without this underlined portion, it would say, while working for the Michigan Central Railroad in the 1870s, McCoy was assigned to work on the wheel. It makes sense. So J is the best answer. Okay. So whenever we have no change or delete, read it first, and if it makes sense, then it is the correct answer. How about going to 65 here? 65. What does it read? Bearings and axles of trains, and then says trains needed to come to a halt after only a few miles. In the preceding sentence, the writer is considering revising the phrase assigned to work on to responsible for oiling. Given that the revised phrase is accurate, should the writer make this revision? Should the writer make this revision? Okay, and instead of saying assigned to work on, assigned to work on, given that, yeah, you would say responsible for oiling, responsible for oiling. What is the best answer here? Should we say, yes, we should make this revision because the revision specifically describes the procedures McCoy had to follow? Yes, because the revision provides a clearer connection between McCoy's main task as a railroad worker and his first patented device. No, because the revision doesn't indicate whether McCoy chose to oil the wheel. No, because the revision doesn't make clear whether McCoy had worked on trains. Well, okay, here he says again, McCoy was assigned to work on the wheel, bearings, and axles of trains. We should say McCoy was responsible for oiling, the wheel, bearings, and axles of the train. Yeah, so if we made that revision here, I think the best answer would be because the revision provides a clearer connection between McCoy's main task as a railroad worker and his first patented device. So B would be the best answer. How about number 66? Okay, a train was in motion. All right, we are on 66 now, and it reads, where's the beginning? Yes. While a train was in motion, substantially reducing the number of maintenance stops had the effect of making travel more efficient. So reducing the number. How about we leave it as it is, substantially reducing the number of maintenance stops, lessening the frequency of number, subtracting the amount, lowering the amount. Actually, all of them more or less have the same meaning, but reducing the number would be the best choice here. So F, no change, is the best answer. If we move to 67, yes. So reducing the number of maintenance stops had the effect of making travel more efficient. 67, no change, or and making, okay, or helping to make, or made, okay? So if we say had, Yeah, substantially reducing the number of maintenance stops and making travel more. So reducing and making, it's like parallelism. If we have an ing and then we use add, one of the coordinating conjunctions, we should put the second verb with the same form ing. So the best answer would be B, and making. Okay, let's now move to 68. Factories in the late 1800s, for example, increasingly relied on steam engines. Okay, if we read a little bit before that, McCoy applied the principles of this invention to other engineering challenges, for example, blah, blah, blah. So I think, for example, is a good answer. Subsequently, regardless, however, it doesn't have the same meaning as, for example, here. Okay? So he applied the principles of this invention to other engineering example, for example, challenges, for example, so and so. So the best answer is F. For 68, it's F. How about 69? Okay, 69 starts from here. As with trains, therefore, many of the machine's parts had to be oiled manually. Should we use no change, therefore, or the problem being, or trains in that many of the machine's parts had to be oiled? Or should we say delete it and say, as with trains, many of the machine's parts had to be oiled manually? I think it makes sense here, and we don't need any using any of these words like therefore or any similar one. So the best answer is D here, because the sentence makes perfect sense and we don't need to use therefore in that sentence. If we go to 70, okay, it reads McCoy, recognizing the similarities between train wheels and factory machines, designed automated oilers for steam engines. The sentence makes sense, so F could be the best answer. If we look at G, McCoy would recognize, no. McCoy, comma, a recognition of, no. McCoy recognized the similarities, but we need a present participle to complete the sentence here. So better than the, yes, because we have a comma after McCoy. McCoy recognizing blah, 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 designed automated. If we say McCoy recognized the similarities and therefore designed, okay? Since he wants us to consider the underlying part only, so remaining or keeping it in the present participle is the best thing here. It's like a participle and a complete sentence, or a participial and an independent clause. So McCoy recognizing this is a participial, and the independent clause designed automated oilers. He designed automated oilers. Okay, so the best answer is F. So let's look at 71 here. It reads, factories to give machines a certain timeless, okay. Yeah, let's read from the beginning of the sentence. These innovations allowed factories to give machines a certain timelessness. So, which choice offers the clearest and most precise information about how the operation of factory machines changed as a result of McCoy's innovation? Should we leave it as it is, give machines a certain timelessness, or should we say B, rethink operations, or C, run machines continuously, or D, use machines differently? Well, it makes sense with the rest of the sentence and the previous information being mentioned. These innovations allowed factories to run machines continuously. without stopping often for maintenance and stuff like that, which means increasing the production and making the operations more efficient. So I think C is the best answer here. Okay, C would be the best answer here. All right, if we go to 72 and start reading, yes, increasing factory productivity and as a result profit, because the machines would work continuously. This would result in factory productivity and profit. So 72, he says, the writer is considering deleting the following phrase from the preceding sentence, and as a result, profits. Should the writer make the deletion? Should we say, should we delete it and so not include the word profit as a result profit? Yes, because the phrase shifts the focus of the paragraph from the use of McCoy's inventions in factories to factory disputes. Or G, yes, because the phrase suggests that factory owners were more interested in profits. Or H, no, because the phrase is relevant to the paragraph's discussion of the positive effects that the use of McCoy's invention had. Or no, because the phrase makes clear the successful use of McCoy's invention in factories led to higher wages. I think the best choice would be H, because McCoy made his invention. As a result, machines were working continuously, and as a result of that, factories made profit. And so that's relevant to the idea that his invention was really useful for the factories to work more efficiently, and so making profit, not to increase the wages. Or also choice F and G would be not the best choice or not the correct choice, because they says here, for example, shifts the focus of the paragraph. It doesn't shift the focus of the paragraph. It just explains how McCoy and his invention had a positive effect on the whole process, on making the factories work more efficiently, for the machines to work without as many stops for maintenance, and as a result, for increasing the profit for the owners. And this might also be positively reflected on wages being increased. So the best answer is H. Makes sense. Okay, so let's have a look at 73. 73 reads here, factories owners, yeah, supposedly factory owners who wanted a product proven to do it would ask if their purchase was the real McCoy. So to do it, okay, no change. Should we leave it as it is, or lend itself to superiority, or give off the best result, or work well? So in very simple words, and shortest answer would be to work well. If you want the product that works well, ask if it is a real McCoy. So that makes sense here. But to do it is vague. We don't understand what is to do it. Proven to do what? We don't understand. But if we say proven to work well, if you want something proven to work well, ask for the real McCoy. So work well here is the best answer, which is D. So if we look at 74, all right, United States well into, all right, let's read it from the beginning. McCoy's inventions would continue to benefit industries in the United States well into the 20th century as his name became synonymous with quality and authenticity. So what is the best answer here for the underlined portion? Which choice best concludes the essay by reiterating its main idea? Okay. Should we make it the same without any change, which is choice F? It makes sense, yes, if we read it one more time. McCoy's inventions would continue to benefit industries in the US well into the 20th century. as his name became synonymous with quality and authenticity. Yeah, it has the best results. It works well. So that makes sense. But let's just look at the other ones as well. So not surprisingly, in the 2001 was inducted, blah, blah, blah. We don't want to talk about the best now. And etch even having applications in the booming aluminum manufacturing industry. Again, not the best choice, making this story for so many reasons the genuine article. No. So the best choice would be F, no change. That makes it clear that we're talking about the real McCoy, how his inventions were authentic and made positive and good results. So his name is synonymous with quality and authenticity, meaning the best quality and with authentic and things that makes a very good results and working well. Okay, question 75, the last one about this passage. The writer is considering adding the following true statement to the essay. The imitators expected that the price of their products, often significantly lower than the price of McCoy's devices, would attract buyers, but price didn't seem to matter most. Where would be the best place to add this sentence? Is it point A in paragraph 1 or point B or yeah, so we should have a look at point A, point B in each of the paragraphs. If we look at the first paragraph, was point A here? The original and best. Yeah. So the saying has been used for generations to declare that it is the genuine article and the original and best. While its origin is disputed, many people believe the expression was inspired. No, not in this part. If we look at B in paragraph 2, where is point P? Here, he was saying a train was in motion, substantially reducing the number of maintenance stops, more efficient. That's not a place where we talk about others using not genuine parts and having price lower than McCoy's original parts price, because he's talking about the effect of oiling on how machines works or were working. So if we move to point C in the third paragraph, where is point C? Where is point C? Let's have a look. Oh, it's in paragraph 4, point C. McCoy's inventions were an instant success. And then this point C, and then not surprisingly, other inventors inundated the market with similar and usually inferior devices. I think yes, and this is point D, because if we say with inferior devices and then we say, however, the price for the original parts would be better, because he is here talking about the other inventors who inundated the market with similar but inferior devices. So this would be the best place to put the sentence here, because it shows how the original part would be a better choice in this case. So D would be a better choice than C. So the best answer is D. Good luck for everybody who sat for the ACT tests in December. And I'll be making a number of revision videos or prep videos for the ACT, along with answering some test questions for learners of English who might be interested in taking the ACT in April. And remember, if you plan to take the ACT test in April, you need to register before the end of March, I think on the 25th or 26th. And if you register later than 25th or 26th, you would need to pay a late fee for registering. That would, I think, continue up to the first few days in April. So if you really plan to take the ACT in April, register before um, the 25th of March or so, or thereabouts. You can always go to the act.org to make sure exactly when the times of taking the test are there, are accurate, just to make sure that about these dates. And good luck for everybody. And whether you are taking the ACT or not, this is a good revision for learners of English. You know, make sure that you are using grammar and you know, word choice and other things related to language, such as punctuation and stuff like that. So if you look at ACT or SAT tests, that these usually discuss these things. It's basically grammar and use at the same time. So even if you are not taking the ACT or SAT, you might as well find it interesting for you as a learner of English, because it's a good revision for the mechanics of writing, the use of punctuation, revision on choice of words, or which expression should we use in this part, or where should we add this sentence and where shouldn't we add that sentence, and so forth. So good luck with everybody, and till we meet in the next one, I wish you the best of luck. Bye for now.